Chip, what's our exact position?
At 14:30 hours, we crossed this line. At 72 degrees, 35 minutes, 14 seconds south latitude.
That puts us within 10 miles of the Antarctica coastline.
I see the bottom shoaling now.
Well, that's close enough, then. You better hold the course about 90 degrees. We'll proceed along the continental shelf.
90 degrees, right rudder.
Aye, sir. 4 days under these ice fields. I'll be glad when we get out of here. What's your reading?
Multiple objects, sir. All around us.
Icebergs at this depth?
Look. Still at 500 feet?
650 keel to bottom.
I want to take it down 1,000. Pull down elevation, all planes. Level off at 1,000 feet.
Aye, sir.
So clear. All stop. Hold trim.
Aye, sir.
Damage control, report.
Aye, sir. Stand by. How could a thing like this happen, sir? I thought ice was supposed to float.
Well, you've put a piece of ice into a drink. Well, the ice sinks first and then rises back to the surface.
Damage control. All tight and dry, skipper.
Those ice cubes must have fallen from quite a height.
Means ice is breaking off the continental shelf.
The South Polar ice pack breaking up.
Let's take her up and have a look.
Kowalski, what's overhead?
It's clear above, skipper. All the way to the surface.
Blow all ballast tanks. Prepare the surface.
We're approaching the surface now, sir.
All stop.
All
Hold
stop.
all the gear. Sir? All right. Sir. Crack the deck hatch.
Aye, sir.
Sky's on fire.
Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, starring Richard Basehart, David Hedison, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
It's terrific.
Let's get below.
What's going on up there?
That's what we're trying to find out.
Jeff, take it on 90 feet.
Aye, aye, sir.
Prepare to dive. Dive, all dive. All green, dive.
There's something coming through, sir, but it's not the observatory. Yes, we read you. Stand by for Admiral Nelson. Commander McHenry, sir, the Pentagon.
Oh, Mac?
You read me? This is Nelson.
Admiral, I've been trying to raise you for 2 days.
Well, we've been running deep on radio silence. You have any idea what's going on down here in the South Polar regions?
It's part of a radiation belt over the southern hemisphere. It caught fire about 48 hours ago.
But how?
Well, we can't be sure. But a New Zealand observatory reported a heavy meteor shower at the time it ignited. Now, we think that was the cause.
Meteor shower.
It's theoretically possible. What's the outlook, Mac?
Grim. The whole southern hemisphere is threatened. There's an emergency scientific conference going on at the UN. They've been in session day and night around the clock. The president wants you here in Washington pronto. Now, how soon can you make it?
Prepare the flying sub for immediate launch.
Aye.
Well, I should be able to get there in something under 6 hours.
Latest surface temperature readings.
125 degrees, and we're practically at the South Pole.
I'd hate to be near the equator.
Worse.
What are your orders?
Make a course due north and stay clear of any more icebergs. All ahead standard.
I said that all?
Mm-hmm. That's all. That's all we can do. It's all up to the Admiral now.
No, Mike, I'm on automatic pilot. It's not a problem.
Have you crossed the equator yet?
About 30 minutes ago. There's no fire now. The sky's clear.
Things are getting worse all the time in the south. The temperature's up another 5 degrees. Are you getting anywhere with your calculations?
Well, I think I'm onto something. I'm cross-checking it now. I hope to have some data ready by the time I get to Washington.
Good. I hope you're right. I don't mind telling you. What we need right now is a miracle. End transmission.
The blazing radiation belt continues to burn a path of destruction across the entire southern hemisphere. The rest of the world watches in horror as searing heat touches off raging forest fires in New Zealand and the Argentine. Thousands of deaths have already been reported, and the teeming populations of the northern hemisphere watch and wait in growing horror, not knowing when or if the disastrous fire will spread to their half of the world. Meanwhile, world leaders and the greatest scientific brains continue their efforts to ward off total disaster.
Flags up to the National Airport Tower. Request permission to land. Official, priority A.
Roger, flying sub 1. Cleared for landing. Use runway 14.
say we can stop the fire by exploding a nuclear device 300 miles in the air. This will blow the burning gases clear of the Earth's magnetic field.
That sounds like a dangerous plan. Of course, I will have to study your figures, but I see many pitfalls.
I agree. Has it occurred to you that such action could trigger the gases in the belt over the northern hemisphere? The very thing we must avoid at any cost.
Naturally. The way to avoid that is to select precisely the right moment and the exact angle for the shot.
Admiral Nelson has already made the necessary calculations.
The missile must be launched at exactly 1600 hours. On the 29th of this month, launch point, latitude 58 degrees south, longitude 125 degrees west.
Gentlemen, that is exactly here. Right here. And I understand the Seaview is already equipped with the necessary missile for the shot.
That's true. Only problem is to get the Seaview in position to fire.
Gonna be a tight race.
But not impossible. I'll radio Crane to get underway at flank speed. And I'll fly back to the ship myself.
You're gonna fly back, Admiral, but not alone. Now, I haven't had a chance to tell you this, but you are not authorized to take any action without the approval of the UN Security Council, based upon recommendations of a special investigation committee. Dr. Carlton, Dr. Weber, and myself. Now, the appointments were made by the UN Security Council with the approval of the President. And now, Admiral, without delay, you will order your submarine to race for the firing point, but we three will be on board to report to the UN. And they, in turn, will decide whether you pull that trigger or not.
World's on the point of burning up, and we're tangled in red tape. All right. Shall we get started, gentlemen?
The sky is perfectly clear so far.
We're still north of the equator. You'll see a flame soon enough.
But there's no sign of them in the northern skies. Don't you understand, Nelson? We must keep it that way. We must do nothing to risk the spread of the fire.
And let everyone in the southern hemisphere die?
They will not die. Not all of them.
Dr. Weber, you may be a great authority on gases, everything from nerve gas to solar gas, but in this case, you're wrong.
The next few days will determine that, Admiral.
Dr. Weber has calculated that the gases in the belt will burn themselves out when the temperature reaches exactly 173 degrees.
And just when is that going to be?
Well, our computers calculated we'll reach 173 by 5 p.m. local time on the 29th.
Yeah, just an hour too late to fire the missile, and if Dr. Webb is wrong, too late to stop the fire.
But I am not wrong. I stake my life on it.
No staking on lives, Doctor. Look ahead. Just crossing the equator.
Flying sub to Seaview. We're on the last leg. Give us a homing signal so we can get a pic from it.
Aye, aye, sir. Homing signal now activated.
But it's hotter now.
Hit it with CO2. I'll try to hold altitude.
This heat's too much. We'll have to run the rest of the way submerged.
Okay.
Our position is just about here. We have to arrive at exactly this point before 1600 hours, day after tomorrow.
That's a very great distance.
We'll have to be awfully lucky to make it by then, Admiral.
We'll have to make it.
Well, running wide open now.
It makes no difference whether we get there or not. Only the Security Council can authorize you to fire that missile.
Before we reach these coordinates, Dr. Weber, I hope to have that authorization.
The Security Council will decide on the basis of their recommendation.
Those are my instructions. Now, Dr. Weber's reached his decision. I've reached mine. I think we should put it to a vote. Commander McHenry?
The Nelson plan.
Well, obviously, Dr. Weber votes for his own plan. I vote for mine. That's 2 against you. That leaves it up to you, Dr. Carlton.
There are many factors to be considered. I've studied your calculations, Nelson. They seem to make sense. But the risk.
If we want a decision from the Security Council, you have to make up your mind one way or the other.
If he is wrong, the whole world perishes. If I am wrong, at least the greater part, the densely populated northern hemisphere, has a chance to survive. And I am not wrong. There is only one way you can vote.
I need more time. I can't vote now.
Very well, gentlemen, we'll wait till we arrive at the coordinates, and that is all.
Good day.
Oh, Lord, well, I'm sorry, but this room is restricted.
Ah, I beg your pardon. I merely wanted to see the place from which the missile is to be fired. If it is to be fired.
Oh, it'll be fired okay.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Well, you won't see anything here. It's fired from the control room.
Indeed?
Well, it's one of those nuclear deals. You know, look, if you don't mind,
I'm leaving now. You've been very courteous. Thank you. I'm so sorry. My ring had scratched your finger.
It,
Forgive me.
No, never mind. Forget it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Downscope. Temperature's still rising.
Well, they'll have to let us fire that missile. But don't you understand? A whole hemisphere will go up in smoke if we don't act.
Or a whole world might go up if we do.
Might. Now, that's the key word. But we've got to take that chance. Now, we can't stand by and let millions of innocent people die.
It's too big a decision. We can't make it by emotion.
What other way is there to make it now?
I'm sorry, McHenry. I need more time.
Sparks, pipe this through the rest of the ship.
Aye, aye, sir.
While in Melbourne, multiple fires sweep through the business district. Martial law has been declared in an effort to hold down the many deaths which have already resulted from the worsening catastrophe. Word from Bolivia indicates that country is particularly hard hit at this time and has sent numerous...
You guys hear that? If that fire spreads to the other half of the world, it's goodbye, everybody.
Folks. Come in.
Oh, I'm sorry, Admiral. I didn't know you were busy.
Oh, that's all right, man.
I just wanted to say that I've been hammering away at Carlton since this afternoon. He's a scared rabbit, but I think I've almost got him talked into voting our way.
Well, I hope you can do it.
Yeah. Oh, then I met Weber in the corridor and after dinner. Now, he knows I've been working on Carlton, and he's pretty worried.
Well, that might have been a mistake, Mac. Weber's a pretty touchy character. I wouldn't bait him if I were you.
Well, I suppose you're right. But he gets on my nerves. I'm going to lie down for a while. Good night, Lee.
Good night, Mac.
Good night, Admiral.
All right.
Frame 42. Fire the tail on the double.
Aye. Frame 42.
He swallowed a lot of smoke. Take him down to sick bay.
There's no hurry now, sir. This man's dead.
All the deck hatches are open. We're scrubbing the ship of smoke.
Admiral, we can resume course in a few minutes.
I hope it still matters. Any idea of the cause of the fire?
Yes, sir. Fire detail says it could have been a faulty electrical connection.
It's a terrible tragedy. Report his death to the UN Security Council and ask for further instructions.
Admiral, we haven't had radio contact for an hour.
All right. Have Sparks keep trying.
Aye, sir.
Good morning, Chief.
Morning, sir.
Any more news?
Only more of the same. But the worst is over, Chief. Soon the temperature will reach 173 degrees and the fire will burn out.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm positive. If only Nelson is not permitted to try his fool scheme. If he does, I warn you, the whole world will be destroyed.
Oh, man. I beat. You and me both, geek. How long have we got between watches? An hour? Yeah, that's all. No. It's not too much longer anyway. It's one thing. Hey, say, Chief. What's up, Chief?
Do you guys know what is going on?
Sure we do. As soon as we get to the right spot, we're going to fire a missile and knock out that fire.
No! We gotta stop them. We can't let them do it.
Hey, Chief, hey. You okay?
Don't you talk to me in that tone of voice, Mac.
Hey, wait.
You stay out of it!
What's wrong with you, Sergeant?
Hey, check!
Hey, what's going on here? Master arms, that cruise quarter on the double.
Aye, sir.
What started all this?
I did, sir. We can't go through with this plan. It's mass murder. The end of the world. Somebody's got to stop the Admiral.
Relay that kind of talk.
That's how he is, sir. He's psycho.
Escort this man to the captain.
It's mass murder.
Carry on.
I heard a disturbance. Was there a fight?
A fight? Oh, no, sir. We were just horsing around. Right, Stu?
Sure. We do that all the time. You know how it is.
Yes. I know. A crew under terrible tension, many things can happen. We are all under strain. But we will see it through, won't we?
Do you deny the charges, Chief?
No, sir.
Striking an officer is a serious offense. You know that.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Morton, it's up to you to prefer charges.
I don't think I will, sir. In my opinion, he wasn't responsible for his own actions at the time.
Is that true, Chief?
No, sir.
Look at his eyes, Lee.
Chief, I'm sending you down to sickbay. I want the doc to give you a thorough going over.
Yes.
Take him.
I can't believe it. Poor McHenry. A tragic death, tragic.
I feel as badly about it as you do, but there have been thousands of tragic deaths today. In a few hours, there'll be millions, unless we act.
How much time is left?
5 hours before we reach the coordinates. If we get there in time, we can save those lives.
Has the Security Council authorized you to fire?
We can't reach them. The decision has to be by vote. Yours, Weber's, mine.
Your decision is made, so is Weber's. Actually, what you're saying is that the whole thing is now up to me.
But I've given you all the facts. There are no other arguments, pro or con. What more do you need to make up your mind?
Courage, I suppose. How many millions of lives hang on which way I decide? No man should have the weight of a decision like that on his shoulders. I can't do it.
You're actually feeling sorry for yourself, aren't you? Lives at stake mean nothing. You're thinking about you, how unfair it is that you have to commit yourself. Well, whether you admit it or not, you've already made your decision. By refusing to vote at all, you're endorsing Weber's plan, and you're going to live with that for the rest of your life.
That's true, isn't it? And so is what you said about me, every word of it. Taking a stand on this one way or the other makes me sick inside. Literally sick. But I've got to vote, and I will.
Go on.
Your plan, of course.
I'll call Weber now and make it official.
No. No, I'd rather tell him. If I can face the decision I've just made, I can face him.
Carlton! I was coming to look for you. Time is running short. Soon you must make up your mind and put an end to this madness.
I know. Now, I've been trying to find you to tell you. I have made up my mind.
Good. Then we will settle everything.
I'm recommending Nelson's plan.
This is hardly a topic for jokes.
I'm deadly serious.
I can't permit you to make such a blunder. Think what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing. My mind is made up.
Yes. I can see that it is. But there's no need to vote just yet. There are still 3 or 4 hours.
Why postpone it? Nothing will change my mind now.
Understandably, I am quite shaken by this. Do you have a cigarette?
I think so.
Thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No.
Soon can you get underway again?
We've got it now. It'll just be a few minutes.
Very little time. How the devil did the transformer blow?
Dr. Carlton blundered in there by mistake.
Well, where is he?
Full power restored.
All right. Secure the detail. I'll get us underway right away. Chip, get us underway at once.
I can't. Engineering just reported another follow-up. When the main generator blew, one of the special jet nozzles was expelled from the aft blower.
Well, get another one from Stores.
There aren't any spares. It's kind of a freak accident that wouldn't happen again in 100 years.
And without that nozzle, we're dead in the water.
It's on the bottom somewhere if we can find it.
We've got to find it. Order a diving party. I'll take this one out myself.
Aye, sir. Diving party, stand by. Diving party, stand by.
All right.
This looks all right.
I'll get engineering to install it immediately.
Make it a rest job, Chip.
Engine room. Tie down all safety valves. Give me everything you've got.
Aye, sir.
Lee, we just got a report from sick band Chief Sharkey.
Well?
He was heavily drugged.
Drugged? With what?
The doc still doesn't know what the stuff was, but he says it turned him into a madman.
Bring him in.
Aye, sir. Bring him in.
Chief? Are you all right?
I got the shake, Skipper, but I'm okay.
You're relieved.
Technically, he's still under arrest.
Did you change your mind about not preferring charges? You're the one he hit.
Funny, I don't seem to be able to remember a thing. Do you, Chief?
Not a thing, sir.
Chief?
Sir?
You're on watch. We need you here.
Yes, sir.
Chip.
Yes, sir?
I'm going up to report to the Admiral. Take over.
Aye, sir.
10 minutes. How long before we reach the coordinates?
We're making fantastic speed. We should be there inside of 8 minutes.
And the missile?
Set to go. But the communications are still out. What about the authorization?
Forget about the authorization. I take full responsibility for this shot.
Kowalski, what does this mean?
We're taking over the ship, Captain.
Now, wait a minute. You don't know what you're doing.
Don't try anything, Admiral, or I'll shoot.
What's the matter with you, man?
Let's get your hands in the air. We're gonna stop you from firing this missile.
We're not gonna stand by and let you destroy the world, Admiral.
We're gonna lock you up in here until the deadline's over. Get a detail and get up there fast. Aye, aye, sir.
All right, you and you two men, on the double with me.
Admiral, this is Morton. Are you all right?
Yes, Chip. What's our position?
We're at the coordinates.
Come to full stop. I'll be right there.
Aye, aye, sir. All stop, hold trim, ready for missile shot.
Aye, aye, sir.
Take these men to the brig and lock them up until after the firing. Then I want them taken to sick bay for examination.
Put that gun down. Sassio! If anybody fixes that panel, I drop this grenade.
Don't be a fool. If you wreck this sub, you die with it.
I know that. I've already killed 2 good men, Nelson, to stop you. I'm perfectly willing to kill 100 more to keep you from firing that missile. It's nearly over, Admiral. Don't! You don't really want to die any more than I do.
Bring me the magnetic primer, quick. Prepare number 8 missile for firing.
Seconds to go, Admiral. Time has run out, Admiral.
Lee. It's okay. Give him a hand. How do you feel, Chief?
Kind of busted up. What happened to Weber?
Well, he caught the full force of the explosion. You can imagine the result.
Riley and Kowalski?
But they got the same dose of drugs that you did. Weber in his ring again. They're all right now. And the fire's out.
I feel better.
Well, Chief.